Have you ever noticed how the simplest human quality, kindness, has become almost revolutionary in our cynical world? What does this say about our society, about how we interact with one another, especially in our increasingly virtual lives? And what might one of literature's most profound explorations of goodness have to teach us about authentic connection in the digital age? I'm Robbie, and this is Design Imperative. When Dostoevsky created Prince Myshkin, he wasn't just writing another character, he was attempting something far more ambitious, to portray a truly good man in a corrupt world. What's fascinating is how Myshkin's kindness makes him appear naive, even idiotic, to those around him. Hence the novel's title. This paradox speaks volumes about our own society. We've become so accustomed to masks, to strategic self-presentation, that genuine kindness seems suspicious. We immediately look for the angle, the hidden motivation. What does this person want from me? Why are they being so nice? Now, extend this dynamic to our digital lives. Our virtual personas are carefully constructed performances. We curate, we edit, we present versions of ourselves that are calculated to achieve specific effects. The authentic self becomes buried beneath layers of strategic presentation. And yet, what's the psychological cost of this performance? Jung would tell us that the greater the gap between our persona and our authentic self, the greater our suffering. The energy required to maintain this division creates what he called neurosis, a state of internal conflict and disconnection. Dostoevsky's radical insight was that true strength lies not in cunning or power, but in vulnerability. Prince Myshkin's kindness isn't a strategy, it's simply who he is. And this authenticity, while appearing foolish in the short term, carries immense transformative potential. Consider how our virtual environments actively discourage this type of authenticity. Social media algorithms reward conflict, outrage, and performance. Being genuinely kind online often feels like being Myshkin at an aristocratic soiree, laughably out of place. But here's where things get interesting. What if kindness is not weakness but strength? What if authenticity is not naivety but wisdom? Dostoevsky suggests that the idiot sees what others miss precisely because he isn't blinded by self-interest and social calculation. This brings us back to our own virtual personas. How much energy do we expend maintaining these performances? What would it mean to bring Myshkin's radical authenticity into our digital spaces? Perhaps it would mean posting the unfiltered truth rather than the curated highlight. Perhaps it would mean genuine vulnerability instead of strategic self-disclosure. The architectural parallel is striking. Think about the difference between facades and structural integrity. A building with impressive exterior details but poor structural foundations will eventually collapse. Similarly, a digital persona that's all facade with no authentic core becomes increasingly difficult to maintain. I've been thinking about how this applies to my own online presence. There's a constant temptation to perform, to create content that will perform well, rather than express something genuine. But what if, like Myshkin, I simply choose authenticity? What if kindness became not a strategic choice, but a fundamental orientation? Dostoevsky wrote The Idiot in part as a response to nihilism, the belief that life has no inherent meaning or value. Prince Myshkin stands as a refutation of this view. His kindness asserts that human connection has intrinsic worth, that beauty, moral beauty, can indeed save the world. in our hyper-connected yet increasingly isolated digital age. This message feels more relevant than ever. What if kindness is not just a personal virtue, but a revolutionary act? What if authenticity is the ultimate design imperative? I don't have all the answers, but I'm convinced that Dostoevsky's Idiot has more to teach us about navigating our digital world than most modern influencers. Perhaps it's time we reconsider what it means to be smart online. Perhaps the true intelligence lies not in strategic performance, but in the courage to be authentically kind.
This has been Design Imperative. I'm Robbie. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. If you could share it with somebody who you think might like this sort of thing, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it so much. Thank you guys. It's been a ride. I'm so happy I'm finally being able to bring more of this to you and get into other topics other than just like world building and anything else. Audiobook, first one, is already up on the Ko-Fi, so if you want to support me and what I do so I can keep making more of these design imperatives and other stuff for you guys, there's gonna be a link down in the description. Thank you so much for everything. I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, stay plugged in, stay connected, stay safe. Robbie out. Ciao, ciao.